outside of the United States? I mean, we're talking about the office of the presidency, but what does it mean for America's global standing to now have a former president convicted on criminal charges?
It sends a signal that in this country,
also everything else
he reelected,
he did
corruption is king,
reduced our standing more than that.
If Donald Trump doesn't win in November, it's a sign that our institutions are strong and the powerful can be found guilty.
But we voted for a genocide somehow,
Timothy
too.
Naftali, thank you so much for
We need to
joining us
trade
today.
in Biden for a real American president who will jail
NPR
Trump
senior
and stop
national
genocide.
political correspondent Mara
Because
Liasson.
Biden traded a landslide
Let's
for
pick
a
up on that last
genocide.
point. You have been calling Donald Trump a stress test for democracy for 8+ years now.
We don't need a stress test for democracy. We just need to have a healthy democracy that doesn't allow a test.
His strategy has been during this trial was
it's not a test, because if you fail the test, you don't have democracy anymore.
He got convicted. This is exactly
it's like a trial of democracy.
For calling this a witch hunt, rigged. He knew that he had basically two ways to win. One was to be acquitted or have a hung jury, but the other was to convince enough people, voters, that this was a completely illegitimate exercise. What that will do to American democracy over time when you...
Why haven't we done the counter thing of convincing everybody he's completely illegitimate president?
Spends a lot of time and effort trying to undermine people's faith in the rule of law, in the justice system.
You shouldn't be able to work in the government if you're against the government.
This is going to be a kind of litmus test for Republicans.
Just like they wouldn't let me work in the pizza shop if I ran around slapping pizzas to the ground.
Was rigged.
If I was anti-pizza, I couldn't work in the pizza shop.
Any results of an election unless Donald Trump wins.
If you're anti-government, you shouldn't work in the government.
Something that the Republican Party doesn't believe in, and now they're going to say they also don't believe in the justice system. So those have some pretty deep and far-reaching consequences, and I don't think we quite know the extent of what that'll be.
Right, you've seen up and
look
down
at Putin's
from the
playbook
House
and see what his next plan is. The
Republicans
destruction of America is the
Trump
extent of what he'll
this
be.
verdict by 12 New York jurors.
They captured our Supreme Court and other judges, captured lots of our Congress traitors and Senate traitors are all captured by Putin.
Verdict in a criminal trial could help Trump politically because of the way that he has framed his campaign in grievance and saying, I'm the victim and I'm being attacked.
Only speaking Chinese.
Well, sure. I mean, that's
turning things around where they did try to destroy our country, but he calls them hostages.
His political life, really, and we saw
whining his way into
a
dictatorship.
Primaries. There's no doubt about that.
And letting him do it.
We're always asking ourselves was
Biden is time to let him do it.
To a general election, and what we